All the way from Kansas City, Missouri, Dave Scott.
Thank you. I like to travel. Recently I was in Maine, beautiful state. While I was up there, they were having an exhibition of the state horse, which is a Morgan. So I went over there, I was talking to the guide, and I said, is there a leader of this group of horses, leader of the pack, so to speak? And he said, oh, absolutely, it's that big stallion over there. And I said, so that's the Maine horse of all of Maine's horses. He said, oh, that's cute. You're cute. I said, what do you call the hair on the back of his neck? It's beautiful. And he said, that's called a mane. I said, so that's the mane on the Maine horse for the state of Maine. He said, clever. That's clever. I said, I notice he has knots in his hair, and some of the horses have their hair braided. Is it like that all the time? And he said, well, most of the time. But 1 month out of the year, we take out the knots, we take out the braids, and just let their hair relax. I said, what month is that? And he said, well, typically the month of May. I said, let me understand this. If I tied knots in horses' hair for a living, you would tell me that in the month of May, I would not be permitted to tie knots in the hair of that stallion. He said, that's right. I said, but the rest of the year, I would be permitted to tie knots in the mane of the Maine horse for the state of Maine. He said, you got it. I said, so in May, I may not the Maine. But if it's not May, I may not the Maine. And he said, what? And I said, well, in May, I may not the Maine, but if it's not May, I may not the Maine. And he said, security, this guy out of here.